The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix radio show. It is Wednesday, May 19th. We are your daily dose of laughs and levity in a crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing this morning?
Doing good, buddy. It is, what are we, hump day? It's the middle of the week. Doing good, man. How are you?
Doing well, had a good night last night. As you mentioned, it is the middle of the week, so, it's been a good week so far. Not too crazy. Jesse's been out of town, so I've been batching it up. So, my meals have consisted of pizza and macaroni and cheese and everything that a 4-year-old would eat, but other than that, having a good time.
Yep, tonight's hot dogs, man. That's your next thing.
I'm going to cut up the hot dogs in the mac and cheese and have some dino-shaped chicken nuggets.
No, there you go. That's perfect. Yes. Yeah, no, it's, aside from a wasted morning wrenching away on the car, not bad. Not a bad day. Good. Yeah.
Well, folks, let's go ahead and kick things off the way we do each and every day with a question for my co-host, Tony. I know at some point you thought about possibly having kids. Would you have a preference in if you wanted a boy or a girl if you ever did have kids?
Yeah, I always wanted a boy, but I would have been happy as long as the kid was healthy, and I wouldn't have mind boy or girl. But I used to want the boy to carry on the Sanfilippo name.
The Spark name?
Yeah. So yeah, that was that. But there's not gonna be a kiddo, so
well, needless to say, if you were having a girl, you wouldn't be too upset, right?
No, I'd be happy.
All right. Well, all that goes to say that a father-to-be proved himself the biggest baby at his future child's gender reveal. A viral TikTok video from the spring has captured the moment a dad learned that his unborn kid will be a girl, a fact he seems not very happy about. While the rest of the crowd present erupts in cheers as a pregnant woman pops a balloon covered in question marks that proves to be filled with smaller pink balloons, revealing that the woman will be having a daughter. The father has quite a different reaction. "Son of a bitch," he appears to scream, throwing down the balloon string in frustration and turning away from the party guests, all smiling but him. The video, which was posted on April 25th, has racked up over 566,000 views on the platform. The reaction is certainly not the best, but other recent gender reveals have gone up in far bigger flames. Earlier in April, a particularly rambunctious gender reveal in New Hampshire shook homes in neighboring towns, was felt across state lines and prompted earthquake concerns because it caused such a huge blast. It turns out revelers had detonated 80 pounds of tannerite to celebrate the fact that the baby was a boy. So, getting upset over the gender of your baby is nothing compared to essentially blowing up your neighborhood. But, you don't want to be caught on film losing your mind because you're not having a boy.
Yeah, you just be happy as long as the kid's healthy, and that's all you can hope for, right? And then you try again after about a year. Yeah, get back out there and do it again. Or some people do right after the baby's born, and you can do your secret tickle time. You have a name for it. As soon as you can do that, then try again.
Well, and it looks like, based on the video, the mom is holding a 1.5-year-old girl. So my guess is this was a second try at least, and the fact that he's having another girl doesn't make him too happy. You know, I've got 2 boys. I love the fact that I have boys. You know, having a girl would be sort of a weird thing for me just because I can't really relate to little girls. But at the same time, I don't think I'd be quite that upset.
No.
What a pity.
Too bad.
I'll be posting this on our Facebook page, so if you guys want to watch the video for yourself, it is pretty funny. You can check it out and have a good little chuckle and revel in this guy's misery, because it's not on you.
We can't wait till the little girl is all grown up and she sees this video. She's gonna feel real good about it because it's gone viral. So I'm sure one day she's gonna see it and be like, wow, my dad was really happy to have me. And he's gonna have to smooth it over and say, well, I'm happy now, but at the time I threw a temper tantrum and almost blew up the neighborhood. Lots to explaining to do.
Yeah, either that or it's going to result in a lot of therapy bills. In any case, folks, it is Wednesday. We've got a wonderful show lined up for you today. Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Hump Day! Yeah!
It is Hump Day, and as we do on Wednesdays, we've got Words Are Hard. We have a segment called Side Hustles, and of course, we round out the day with This Day in History. Folks, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Behold my precious. Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, yeah, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude! Cowabunga!
To the Loot Gaming video game box.
Woohoo! Yee-hoo!
Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/Loot Crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIX media.us/Loot Crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a Loot Crate, dig it?
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. We've got a little thing we talk about each show. It is the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys, the listeners and watchers, an opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe your daughter will have future therapy bills because you actually wanted a son. We want to hear about it. Give us a call at 855-FENIX-RADIO. That's 855-FENIX-RADIO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together and put them out in a future show. Boy, words are hard, which is a perfect segue into our Wednesday topic that we cover each and every Wednesday. You know, we talk about the English language, the difficulty of it, and some of the oddness that it produces in a segment I like to call, well, Words Are Hard. All right, Tone, so today's Words Are Hard is a revisit of an old favorite, and actually you had mentioned it last week when we were talking a little bit about, we had just rolled over our 1-year anniversary, and one of the early segments that we did that we really enjoyed was the Mandela Effect. Now, the Mandela Effect is something that is remembered very differently from the way it actually occurred, but popularly remembered that way. So, its namesake, Nelson Mandela, people assume that he had died back in the 80s in prison. He lived till, 1999. He was free from prison, but everybody remembered that he died in the 80s, for the most part. So that's what we're looking at, is actually movie quotes that are affected by the Mandela Effect. Most famous of that would be from The Empire Strikes Back. Everybody assumes, Luke, I am your father. When the actual quote is, no, I am your father. There's no Luke in there. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. Tony, I'm going to try and bounce some of these off of you, see if you remember them, and see if you are a victim of the Mandela Effect. So let's go ahead and get into our first one here in Words Are Hard. All right, going to start out with an easy one, Tony. The movie is Apollo 13. What is the famous line when shit starts going down?
Houston, we have a problem.
That is the way most people remember it. The actual quote is, Houston, we've had a problem. Even just a tense, pretense, post-tense, whatever it is, little changes like that, most people remember it differently, just like you had. Yeah, it's Houston, we've had a problem. Let's move on.
It's a good example of it, right?
Exactly.
Like, if I would have nailed it, you'd have been like, ooh, that didn't work so well. You actually knew it.
Moving on, Words Are Hard. Movie quotes that are the victim of the Mandela Effect. Tony, the movie is Dirty Harry. Clint Eastwood's pointing his 44 Magnum at the punk, as you will. What is the quote that you remember?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not make my day.
It's not that one?
Nope. It's
because isn't it go ahead punk, make my day?
You're close. It's do you feel lucky, punk? Or at least that's the way most people remember it.
Okay.
The actual question is, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? So yeah, vastly different, similar words, but most people just say, do you feel lucky, punk? And assume, oh, that's Dirty Harry. That's it. All right, moving on. Words
Dirty Harry.
This one I'm going to throw at you, Tone. I don't know if you quit a try. The movie is The Graduate. Do you remember what the famous line from that is?
The Graduate was Dustin Hoffman. He had the affair, or like he slept with an older lady, Mrs. Robinson, right?
Exactly.
I don't remember any of the quotes, but I do remember of the movie.
Okay, fair enough. The misquote, most people remember it this way. Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me? The actual quote, Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you? Again, similar words, slightly different, but most people remember it as, Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me? Not the same. Not the same.
Definitely not the same, no. That is, I do remember that line now, but off the top of my head, I just knew who was in it, I guess.
Well, we're going to get into a little bit easier territory here with Words Are Hard. Talking Mandela Effect movie quotes that people don't quite remember the same way. The movie, Tony, is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the evil witch, when she's talking to her mirror, what does she say?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest bitch of them all? And it's not that the last part I just added for fun.
Yeah.
But it was mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
And again, that's the way most people remember it. It was actually Magic Mirror, oh the wall, who is the fairest one of all.
I'm in danger.
Some very different words. It wasn't mirror, mirror. It was Magic Mirror and fairest one of all, not fairest of them all. So again, we're splitting hairs a little bit here, but that is the purpose of the Mandela Effect. People just remember it differently. Let's move on with our next one here in Words Are Hard. What is the most famous line from the movie Jaws?
We're going to need a bigger boat.
That's the way
Or smile, you son of a bitch. At the end. Yeah. Except that one is exactly what it says.
In this case, we're going with the first one. Again, most people think it's we're going to need a bigger boat. It's actually you're going to need a bigger boat.
That's true because they're on Quint's boat and it's not quite big when old Bruce rolls in.
Yep. Quint's the owner, but yeah, most people remember it as we're going to need a bigger boat. Oh, talking the Mandela Effect. Misquoted movie quotes. Here's another one, very, very famous quote that, again, people don't remember quite the same way. The movie, Tony, is Field of Dreams.
If you build it, they will come.
And again, everybody remembers it that way. It's actually, if you build it, he will come. And he referring to Ray Liotta, Kevin Costner's father in the movie. Yeah, it's not they will come. It's
also a line of an adult movie. If you beat it, he will come. Right? That's the line.
Head on over to Pornhub for that one. All right, let's keep moving on. We're talking, Words Are Hard. Mandela Effect movie quotes. Tony, this next one. There's a lot of quotable lines from this movie, but probably the most famous from Wizard of Oz when as soon as she goes from black and white to color, what does she say to her dog?
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Yeah, so most people remember it as Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Actual quote, and again, the reason behind the Mandela Effect, Toto, I've a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh, see? It's a good thing I'm not quoting these movies verbatim, Not like the famous ones.
But you are perfectly proving the point that most people remember these things differently. All right, let's keep moving on. Talking Words Are Hard. Mandela Effect movie quotes. Now, there's been multiple iterations of this movie, but there's always been sort of one line that's been constant across it. The movie, Tony, is Frankenstein. When Dr. Frankenstein brings the monster to life.
Frankenstein, what's gotten into you?
What does Dr. Frankenstein exclaim as soon as he brings life to his monster?
He's alive! Alive!
And again, just one slight word change. It's actually, it's alive.
Oh, it's alive.
Yeah. Again, maybe he was upset that he wasn't having a girl. It's not he's alive, it's alive. So let's keep moving on. Words Are Hard. Again, we're talking Mandela Effect movie quotes that I remember just slightly different. Here's another one, super famous movie, Silence of the Lambs, the first time Hannibal Lecter meets Clarice Starling. What does Hannibal say to the FBI agent?
Hello, Clarice.
Oh, Tony, you are so perfectly illustrating our point. The actual quote is actually, well, Clarice, not hello.
It's not hello? I thought it was hello, Clarice.
Yep.
Well, Clarice.
All right, moving on. Words Are Hard. Mandela Effect movie quotes. Again, another super famous, popular movie with a very famous line. It's not leave the cannoli and take the gun, or leave the gun, take the cannoli. But we're talking The Godfather. What does The Godfather say about something that he's going to do to one of his rivals?
Oh, I thought the only one I remember from The Godfather is, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
That's the exact line.
Is that the line? Okay.
Close to the exact line. It's actually, I'm gonna make an offer he can't refuse.
That's weird, yeah, because the way I've always heard it is, I'm gonna make an offer you can't refuse. But
yep.
Believe it or not, I can't recall seeing any of the Godfather movies. I think I tried to watch one as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, Tony.
That's a lot of time I don't have nowadays.
It is.
But
Each one's about 3 hours long. The first two are fantastic. The third one wasn't so great, but they just released a director's cut, a Francis Ford Coppola cut.
That's 9 hours long.
Which is, and it's supposed to be a little bit better. All right.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll watch it, maybe.
Oh, let's see. What's a good one? Well, all right. Words are hard.
It's not going to be good, huh?
No, I was just looking through what I've got left, and some of these are a little more obscure. I'm just looking
You're
for
going out
something
with a limp biscuit here, aren't you?
a little bit. But Tony, talking Mandela Effect movie quotes. The movie is Star Trek when the ground crew is in trouble and they want to get back on board the Enterprise. What did they tell their engineer?
Beam me up, Scotty. But it's not going to be that because that's the way I remember it. But beam me up, Scotty.
And again, so close. It's actually beam us up, Scotty.
Oh, yeah, hence because it's us. But no,
Yeah, exactly.
F these two. Beam me up, Scotty.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I'm back on the SS Enterprise. Yeah.
Well, speaking of out of here, we are headed into a break. But when we come back, we've got a segment called Side Hustles. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. Indeed. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show, and we are all over social media with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. We're also available for TV streaming on your smart TV or mobile device. Just download the ngbn.tv app and look for the Fenix Media channel in there. You can watch the live stream, you can watch us on demand, or any of the other great Fenix Media shows as well. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Kristian with a K, Fenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R, or on Instagram and Twitter at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81, or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81. So in this segment, wanted to take a look at, side hustles. Side hustles are, side jobs that people do to earn a little extra money. They became very popular, obviously, during the pandemic when some people couldn't do their regular jobs. And, you see a lot of people headed over to things like DoorDash or Grubhub and things along those lines to earn some money, get paid right away. Some people get paid really well to do it, others not so much. But today we're going to be taking a look at some mainstream and some more slightly obscure side hustles that people actually earned money on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick into our first one.
Shut up and take my money.
What was that, Tone?
I said kick it. I didn't realize Philip J. Fry was going to talk at the same time I said that. So we thought alike there,
Yep. So this first one from user Rebeckham 4E and a whole bunch of other letters says, when I was younger, my second job was as a princess at kids' parties. You show up for an hour in a pretty dress and a wig, read a story, sing some songs, play a game, autograph a coloring page of yourself, let each kid select a prize from the prize box, have a crowning ceremony for the birthday girl, and spend time with some cuties at their absolute best. They want the princess to be like them. The parties were always on weekends, and you could book several in a weekend because the gig was so short. I made bank and had so much fun. I even went back multiple years for the same kiddo. If any of them ever suspected I wasn't a real princess, and believed it 100%. So, Tony, with your Sunday, Monday off, you could go be a princess at a kid's party, Tone.
Hello there.
I would be quite. Hey, I trimmed up the goatee and the stash, so it'd be a little just stubbly princess.
There you go.
Yeah, I'd slap a cigarette in. All right, what do you want? This is Princess Snookums here. All right, you little bitches, shut up here. Let me read you a story about Fairy Tale Land. Oops, my jubbly fell out of my top again. This princess is a train wreck. It's a disaster piece.
I think you'd make bank with that character. Yeah, you wouldn't scare any kids, right?
No. Beautiful princess, beautiful.
Exactly. Let's move on with side hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
Nina P says, Instacart, if you watch for high-paying batches before tips, you can cash out about $200 in a weekend. That's not too bad, $100 a day. And it's funny because now when I go to the grocery store, you see the same people walking around on their cell phones and scanning things and putting them in the cart. It's an easy way to make a few bucks,
Yeah, when we first hit the pandemic at Costco, man, we had waves of the same people. It was the same ones. What they'd do is they'd literally go get their thing, and they'd come right back to Costco and wait for that order, they'd already be in the parking lot, and that's all they did all day. There was this, and I used to question because I'm like, well, that guy, he's going to your house, so you feel safe, so you don't have to. But it's not like he changes his clothes. He goes in, out, in, out, in, out. Although I will say, there used to be that hot Instacart gal. She looked like Penny from The Big Bang Theory. She used to say hi all the time. Yeah, she was good looking. But I don't think Instacart pays well anymore because you don't see her. Or maybe it's because I'm in the dungeon now. I don't know.
There you go. But worth checking out if you need a side hustle on the weekends.
Yeah.
Speaking of side hustles, let's keep moving on.
Shut up and take my money.
Again, a little more obscure now. And again, if you can fulfill a need that nobody else is filling, hell, why not? This from Adriana Hernandez says, my husband started selling guinea pig cage liners on Etsy and has made a killing. The shop is Guinea Pig Utopia if anyone wants to check it out. Who would have thought that selling something as trivial as guinea pig cage liners would earn you a whole bunch of money? But if nobody else is filling that need, go for it.
Guinea pig liners, guinea pig liners. You can go to Etsy and get guinea pig liners, guinea pig liners. Now I am rich, bitch.
I think you need to call them up and pitch that little
pitch a jingle for them. Yeah.
Let's move on with side hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
I don't know if I can get behind this because it is teaching a future generation of something that I don't think we need. This from user Cat Lady Academy. You can already guess where this is going. For myself,
Cat Lady.
I'm a Cat Lady coach. I run Cat Lady Academy, and I offer online courses and personal coaching to help cat ladies and cat dudes too create and maintain a meowsing Instagram page for their kitty.
I'm out after that pun right there. I'm out.
Yeah. My startup costs were super low, and it became a profitable business really quickly. Tony, are you going to become a future cat dude with a meowsing Instagram page?
Meow. Hi, everybody. It is a meowsing cat dude here. Welcome to another edition of Kitty Tales. I was going to use a different word. Oh, Kitty Tales. I was going to use the B word, but I diverted. There's kids, my little nephew Anders is watching. It's not like he knows what that is, but, maybe my niece Annabella's watching, so I had to divert there.
Well, let's keep moving on with side hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
Tony, this is one that you and I could do. Might actually give it some thought. From user Blink182 fan says, I host trivia nights. It's a great way to make easy money and have fun. Plus, giving me a mic to make terrible jokes is always a good idea. I even got to host a couple of theme nights, Christmas, TV themes, dirty trivia. I started out as a player, and now I do both. There might be something there, Tone.
There is some good stuff there. It would be fun to actually host trivia night if you got paid to do it. I know the old bar down the street from my house in Brighton, they had trivia nights for like Friends, Star Wars, Disney, and stuff. It was the same lady all the time. She really had bad jokes, so I guess maybe that's a thing.
Tony,
be meowsing.
Tony, you got to move back to Northern Nevada just so we can start the trivia night sponsored by the Kristian Fenix radio show.
Kristian Fenix is live in Carson City, Nevada. What's up, Cactus Jack? Where's all my 80-year-old bitches at, huh? Where's my Golden Girl trivia tonight?
There you go. Let's keep moving on. Side hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
I'm so glad that after reading through this, it's different than what I expected it to be. But this user named The Cooling Rack 815.
Ooh, you're the Cooling Rack. Yeah.
I started selling lactation cookies. They come frozen, ready for you to bake locally or come baked. They taste amazing and work to boost milk production if you're breastfeeding. I'm so glad they added that last sentence because I thought lactation cookies were cookies made with breast milk.
That's what I was going to go with. I had a theme song in mind for that. So.
Ooh, that would be worrisome.
Titty milk cookies, so delish. Hot cha-cha-cha, it's booby milk cookies. It's so sweet. Booby milk cookies. Good for you and me. Woo!
Well, you're on a roll with these jingles, Tone.
Yeah. The joys of just being a weirdo, my friend.
Exactly. Let's keep rolling on, talking side hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
Earn a little extra money there on the side. This from Stephen SMG. It's an odd one. Says, I used to teach at an international school in China, and I made and sold pickles to expats and some Chinese nationals. I priced it to cover the canning costs because it was just something I enjoyed doing. I did the same thing in South Korea. Now I'm in the States and just make them for family and friends. It's still fun. I guess, yeah, if you can't get traditional pickles in a place like China or South Korea, and there are other Americans there that have a need for them, hell, why not sell them?
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of families that have like the special pickles. I dated a gal once, and her family was really big on pickling. They just taste like pickles to me, but okay.
Yeah. Pickles are good. I'm a dill fan. I don't like the sweet relish pickles.
Yeah, I don't like sweet relish pickles. Dude, I'm not big on this. I offended, I think, a few people at work yesterday because they asked about pickles, and it was my friend had popcorn flavored pickle flavored popcorn in the locker we share, and she goes like, "Don't eat my popcorn." I go, "Oh, I'm gonna eat the whole bag." She goes, "Well, it's pickle flavored." I'm like, "You can eat the whole bag." I'm not touching it.
It's all yours.
Yeah, just the pickle flavored stuff. I'm good. Pickle shots. You know, I gotta be in a mood for pickled stuff. It's not like I'm disgusted by it, but I kind of am at times.
All right, fair enough.
Don't be in my Chick-fil-A sandwich, man. You ruined the damn bun. Soaks in, man.
Yep. And then finally here in Side Hustles.
Shut up and take my money.
People making a little extra money here on the side. Hey, this one might have been written by our friend Lori's sister. From user Lola Rose says, my boyfriend's mom is a paralegal, but on the side, she makes resin items like personalized tumblers. She started selling them for $30 a piece on Facebook. We might just know somebody who does exactly that and, makes quite the killing doing so.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to him. I had, Bella Fox and Friends. Check them out. If you need some personalized tumblers, see our friends Lori and Jolene at Bella Fox and Friends.
Look at that. Nice little
shameless plug for our friends, Lori and Jolene.
Well, folks, that does it for this segment. When we come back, we're headed into the final segment of the show. You know what that means. It's time for This Day in History. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yep.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks, and we've made it to the final segment of this episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. Now, if you missed a portion of the show or you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it's easy enough to do so. Head over to phoenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
Yabba jabba.
I like it. While you're there, be sure to subscribe. That way you always have the latest episode. Leave a review. Let us know what you think and tell your friends. Because why, Tony?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, which is why we do this segment each and every day. We like to drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time. It is time for This Day in History.
Traversing the globe for the stories that turn the world on its head. It's This Day in History with your correspondent on the beat,
Kristian Fenix.
Thanks, Siri. All right, let's go ahead and kick things off. This day in 1506, Christopher Columbus selects his son Diego Columbus as his sole heir. Hopefully, Christopher didn't have other kids because they would be pissed to find out just the one kid gets everything left to him.
I found out that I had a daughter, and I was so frustrated that I decided that my son Diego would be the sole heir to my Quaker Oats fortune. And you cannot claim that you discovered the world. I discovered the new world. But Diego, it is yours. Sorry, daughter, not yours.
Is that what Christopher Columbus would have sounded like?
Yes! Just like that every day.
A little bit like Snaggletooth or the Mad Hatter.
Yes!
Let's move on this day.
I can't unsee that now.
1536, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of English King Henry VIII, is beheaded at the Tower of London on charges of adultery, incest, and treason. As we mentioned yesterday, her 4 lovers were executed, all just a ploy for Henry VIII to get a new wife. None of them actually were lovers with her.
So like yesterday, we killed all the people that you banged. Today, off with your head. Man, what a vicious husband. And the fact that people watched that back in the day, ooh.
Yeah, that was entertainment back then, you know.
That was legit savage.
Yep.
Oof.
Let's keep moving on. This day in 1896, the very first automobile by Carl Benz arrives in the Netherlands. Of course, Carl Benz is part of the duo of Gottlieb Daimler, Carl Benz, Mercedes-Benz, creators of the very first automobile, which I've got a nice little personal connection to.
I like it.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's one we talked about yesterday. This day in 1912, AL President Ban Johnson tells Tigers if they continue protest of Ty Cobb's suspension, they will be banned from baseball. As we mentioned yesterday, there were amateurs who filled in for those who were protesting. Of course, they lost miserably, but I think the AL president had just enough and kind of demanded them back if they didn't come back on their own.
Yeah. It's like, you don't want to come back, you're done. You're not coming back ever.
Exactly.
That's enough to end a protest. It's like, oof, how far are you going to make your stance? Yeah, I'll come back.
Yep. It's like, what was that movie with Keanu Reeves and The Replacements?
Oh, The Replacements. Yeah. Shane Falco. Yeah.
It was actually a good movie.
That was actually a really good movie, too. Yeah.
Let's keep moving on. This day in 1962, Stan Musial breaks Honus Wagner's National League hit record with 3,431, and it still blows my mind that Honus Wagner's rookie card is the most expensive baseball card on the face of the planet, even though most people aren't really familiar with who he is.
Yeah, he's not like a synonymous name. If you said Honus Wagner, generally people aren't going to know. Unless you watch the show in this segment, then you know.
People really only know of him because of the value of his baseball card.
This is true. And no one else is ever named Honus.
Yep. Oh, moving on. This day in 1977. It is Wednesday. 77. Words are hard. The film Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Jackie Gleason, premieres in New York City. Of course, that famous Trans Am black with the that golden eagle on the front.
Oh, yeah.
Firebird Fenix, obviously a car that I wanted growing up. I had a version of that, a 1992 version, but great car, fun movie.
Yeah, real fun. Not the sequel, but the first one.
Right. Exactly. Let's move on. This day in 1980, Ringo Starr and Barbara Bach are involved in a car crash. I wonder what that would have sounded like, Tone.
Yeah. Oh, my God, Barbara. We just got in a car wreck. That guy jumped right out in front of me, I swear. My British accent's still really bad today.
I'll take it.
It's my bad Beatle accent. That's what we'll call that. They all sound the same. I'm Ringo.
Let's move on. This day in 1983, Weird Al Yankovic gives a live performance at the Wax Museum in Washington, D.C. Is there any other venue that's more Weird Al than a Wax Museum?
No, that's actually pretty awesome. It's fitting. What I would have liked to have seen back in the day is, did he pose like as a wax figure and then all of a sudden go, I'm fat, Jim on. I'm sure, well, fat wouldn't have been existed in 83.
No. But at the same time, I'm sure he had a little fun with the wax figures that were around.
Yeah. What songs could he have been a parody in 1983? Because everything came in the late 80s, early 90s for him.
Yoda, maybe?
No, Yoda came way later.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you
Friday
guys
will tell me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Friday and
feel free
Mike,
to
they're
chime in.
big Weird Al fans. Big Weird Al fans.
Well, let's move on. This day in 1984, in the Stanley Cup Final, Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Wayne Gretzky scores twice as Edmonton Oilers beat the New York Islanders 5-2 for a 4-1 series win, the Oilers' first Stanley Cup title. And Wayne Gretzky still arguably, the greatest.
He
of all.
He is the face of hockey for sure. He's the, like Michael Jordan is basketball, Wayne Gretzky hockey. So, go Avs, go baby. Woo-hoo.
I was going to say, when's their next game, Tone?
I think tonight.
All right. Well, let's move on. This day in 1989, Do the Right Thing, directed by Spike Lee, starring Danny Aiello and Ozzie Davis, premieres at the Cannes Film Festival. It was required watching while I was in film school, and a great piece of work from Spike Lee. Obviously, it raised a lot more conversations than it left behind, which is part of why it was so great.
Yeah. Do the Right Thing. Also, Avs play tonight.
Okay.
8:30.
Oh,
yeah.
Go Avs. This day in 1992, Some Gave All, debut album by Billy Ray Cyrus, is released. It's the Billboard Album of the Year in 1993. And Tony, I know you know the famous song that came out of that one.
Achy Breaky Heart. But that's the, like, how is that? Was it just the album of the year just for that one song?
Yeah, so...
Don't think you understand.
Billboard, for an entire, what we would call an album, is actually record of the year, so the entire body of work. Album of the year is for a single song, and then song of the year has some other, it's all convoluted.
Well, and I know back in the day, you had to buy the whole album just for the one song.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I'm not super familiar with a lot of early albums, because I used to, as a younger person, I'd listen to just the stuff I knew. I didn't really give the other stuff a chance. Where nowadays you let everything play and you're like, oh, that's good. That's crap.
It's funny. I'm the opposite. I'm an album guy. If the album front to back for the most part isn't good, I won't give it another listen, even if there's a single song on there that I like.
Really?
Yeah. Just the way I'm wired. Let's move on. This day in 1997, The Lost World Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Jeff Goldblum and Julianne Moore, premieres in the U.S. And probably in those trio of movies, the second best. The third one is very forgettable.
Yeah, definitely. This one was good up until the ending when the Tyrannosaurus Rex was roaming through San Diego.
Right.
That part was stupid, but otherwise, The Lost World was pretty damn good.
Yep. And then, I remember where I was on this day in 1999 because Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, directed by George Lucas, starring Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, and Liam Neeson, is released in cinemas. I was managing the Carson City movie theater, and I got to see it 2 days before anybody else, and those poor campers on the street could be disappointed with everybody else when it was, released today.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people thought it was crappy because of Jar Jar, but even if you go back and watch it, it's not a bad movie, and the pod racing was awesome.
It was, but at the time, a lot of people were disappointed. And then finally, this day in 2007, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, directed by Gore Verbinski, starring Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, and Orlando Bloom, premieres in Anaheim. I didn't realize that's where they did that. Oh, at Disneyland.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I feel bad, man. Johnny Depp's got a bad rep now. I wish he has like no money because of all this anymore. He made a lot of bad business decisions and stuff. I hope he can rebound, and I'd love to see him back. I know they're going to move forward with a female version of it, but
he'll rebound. He'll be back. Well,
the Pirates movies were great.
Let's run down some of today's holidays, where we talk about the things that we celebrate today. A lot to get through in a short amount of time. So today is Boys Club Day. Today is Celebrate Your Elected Officials Day. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Yeah.
It is Emergency Medical Services for Children Day. It is May Ray Day. Okay. Turn Beauty Inside Out Day. National Hepatitis Testing Day. National Devil's Food Cake Day. Yummy. And World IBD Day. Inflammatory bowel disease. Ooh, something to celebrate. Folks, that does it for today's show. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode and Florida Man because it's Thursday. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
I like turtles.